again. Let's try that again. Hopefully the nice woman that was here will come back. Hi, thanks for coming back. I had just started the show and some of the items didn't transfer over. So I hope those people come back. Hi, my pink bicycle. Hi, cream pizza. I have 74 items. It's mostly jewelry. New items too, including this big giant lot of jewelry that's on the floor in this box. I've also got a craft lot. I have literally bags of coins, jewelry, sterling silver, jewelry that this bag hasn't even been listed yet, items that just got listed that are on the table, on the spinner, or on the display. Please go through the shop. I don't think I'm going to have my mod tonight, so I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. I am going to multicast this on YouTube, but I'll be watching the Whatnot chat more than I'll be watching the YouTube chat, obviously, because if you guys need me to show you something, you want me to answer questions, I need to be able to do that. So let me just set that up so I can kind of see it. Except for the really expensive items, I can do offers. I may even do a few flash sales tonight. Let me know what you're interested in. I've got everything from sterling to designer pieces to inexpensive pieces. I got mother of pearl. I've got Swarovski crystal. I've got something that I just found that looks like a Betsy Johnson, but it doesn't have a Betsy Johnson tag. I'm not sure why that is, so I'm not listing it as such. I've got Trifari, I've got Crown Trifari, Banana Republic, unmarked, unsigned. I got earrings, I've got bracelets. Like I said, there's some sterling, there's some copper. If you're, one of my coin followers, if there's some coins I can put up for almost nothing. I just need to get rid of this inventory because I do have some new jewelry boxes that are coming in from an auction that I participated in Oklahoma. I'm in California. It took the Whatnot seller over a week to put it in the mail, but it's supposed to finally get to me this Saturday, I hope. And I will have, massive boxes of electronics and jewelry to sort through. So I've got to get these last two blue boxes, blue box 17 and blue box 18. I got to get everything gone. I'm willing to take offers. You won't hurt my feelings. Just let me know what you'd like to see. I'm not going to go for 2 hours like I did last night. I went for 2.5 hours, and I ended up being in giveaway debt and didn't have one sale. It was just one of those weird nights. So I didn't even put the givvies into the shop at this moment, and I may not. I just like, it just depends on what happened. I had like 3 raids last night, and everybody just came over to say hi, which is fine, but nobody was interested in going into the shop or seeing any of the items, no matter what I did, whether it was auction, whether it was buy it now, whether it was flash. Everybody just, it was just bad. Hi, Ari or Areli. Thank you for coming. Yes, I do have a Cash App, but you would need to buy through, for those that are on YouTube, you've got to scan that QR code and come over and buy out of the show. And you know what? There's somebody on YouTube right now on this multi broadcast that is being a problem. So they're gone. Thank you. You're gone. Now back to the show. I don't know why YouTube puts this out there and all these people come in and there's just some weird people in there. Yeah, Daniel, we're gonna send you on a timeout with Jared. So, you scammers, just get the hell out of my show, okay? And you are gone. Thank you. Goodbye, Daniel. Sorry about that. Had to take care of some business. I, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff that has come across on that side. I may not even multicast anymore. It's taking my energy and effort away from my show. uh, especially without my mod here to help me out while I'm trying to go between chats. So let me know what you'd like to see. This up here on this spinner, this is the Crown Trifari that I just found. I found it listed across all apps and it's listed in many different ways as far as the description. And this is the blue Aurora Borealis Swarovski crystal piece. There is the Banana Republic piece. I've still got the onyx beads. I've got the what I think is a copy Betsy Johnson without the Betsy Johnson tag. Um, this big box is over 5 pounds. Those usually sell out on Marketplace. I listed it last night. People were messaging me all night long while I was trying to sleep. And then during waking hours, none of those people got back to me. And some of those people were speaking in other languages that I couldn't understand. So that always happens when I first put up that listing on the Marketplace. So, anyway, let me know what you'd like to see. Hi, CYC Trade. Thanks for coming in. Please check out the shop. Go to the buy it now. Send me an offer. I just need to get rid of this inventory. Let me know if you want to see anything. I've got so much, there's not even enough space on the table. Like, here's about 50 or 60 items in this bag. Here's another bag full of silver and copper. Here's another bag that's not listed. All these on the table are listed. And I've got the big craft piles. Well, this is actually the good jewelry pile. That's for sale. That's a big jewelry lot. Then there's a craft lot. There's an earring lot of singles. Uh, those usually go pretty quick. Or if you just want to look at an individual item and shoot me an offer, go for it. And if you hear a meow, that's Kelsa. She always decides to speak during my lives, but that's okay. And if you guys shoot me an offer and I miss it because I am, dealing with a timeout over on YouTube, just let me know that you bought something or that you sent an offer so I don't miss your offer. Just let me know. Is there anything in particular that you're interested in? Somebody that I recognized came in right away when I first opened the show, but several of the new items didn't transfer over to the inventory. I never had problems with the inventory listing, even with clothing, until they started the Whatnot Marketplace. And then some of the new items that you list on the Marketplace, they don't transfer into the show. You have to assign them to a show. And then when that show is over, you then have to go back into your inventory again and get them out of inactive and put them into active. And it just takes a while for them all to catch up. So, I thought I had 74. And when I came on the air, it said I only had 70. So I had to close the app for just a moment and go back and restart the show. So if you were here for the first one and you came back for the second one, thank you so much. I was only on the air for about 2 minutes. And I'm not going to be doing a 2.5 hour show tonight. I'm just going to try to get some of this out of here. And just let me know what you want to see. What do I need to show you? What are you looking for? And the reason we're not running these as auctions is because there's never enough people in the show. I can't do a $1, $2, $3 auction start on some of these items. Like this bracelet here has diamonds in it, and it's extraordinarily rare. It's designer. Like someone's probably going to buy that off of the Marketplace or on another app. So I can't even put that on Facebook Marketplace, or I'd get all the scammers that are trying to rob me. So. But I do have it. You'll see it in the shop. Let me know what you want to see. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Armando on YouTube, you're going to have to scan that QR code and come over and get your $15 and sign up through Whatnot. No, there's no transactions going on outside this show. If you don't buy it on Whatnot, you're not buying it tonight. So please stop on YouTube. Please stop sending me the scam messages, please. The scammers are out tonight. And I will put you in a timeout if anything inappropriate comes across. And I'm not talking to my Whatnot people. I'm talking to these some of the jokers that are on YouTube tonight. Thanks for coming in. Blingtastic Plus. Thanks for coming in. I have everything in the shop. I have best offer tab. I'm not running auctions because I don't have enough people in at any given time to run an auction before the timer runs out. And, I have some expensive items, so I can't, sell a, $25 item for $1. So please check out the shop. Tell me what you'd like to see, and I'll be happy to show it to you. I'll be happy to run it. You can just go to the buy it now and buy it. Send me an offer. And we're going to try this. And if this doesn't work, I may take a break from Whatnot for a while. I have so much on the other apps going right now. Now, Whatnot was really popping for me in June, but in July, it's just been dead. So I just have to sell wherever the merchandise is selling. My mod's not here tonight, so I'll do the best I can to answer all your questions. If I miss something while I'm modding the YouTube end of it, just let me know that you sent an offer if it doesn't come across my screen. And we're just going to sit here for about an hour. And Armando, I don't know what you're asking. Armando on YouTube. I have no idea what you're asking. Hi, Lushfully. Thanks for coming. Please check out the shop. Go to the buy it now and hit that offer tab. Send me an offer. Let me know what you're interested in. I have bags and bags and boxes of jewelry around me. Just let me know what you're interested in and I'll get it out for you. Or you can just go straight to the shop and you'll see 74 items. Most of it is vintage and contemporary costume jewelry. But there are a few coins. There's a few Whatnot items in there, but mostly jewelry. We may run some flash sales later tonight. It just depends on how this goes. I had 3 raid givvies last night, and I was very much in debt at the end of the show with the givvies without any sales. So I would appreciate any raids tonight, but there won't be any givvies unless I start selling. Hopefully tonight I'm just gonna, I'll make enough money back to pay for some of those givvies from last night. I don't mind the givvies usually, but if people are just coming for the raid givvies and they're not actually buying, then I have to reassess the way I'm doing business here. Go to the buy now. Yeah, and I have a massive amount of silver that I just came into through some of these boxes. And I may just do like a silver, a scrap silver auction, but it won't be scrap, it'll be nice pieces. And I don't list anything as silver that's not absolutely tested as 100%. Let me know what you're interested in. Who sent me a message? Don't see. Come over here. Come here, kitty. Yeah, I know. You come over here and you can be on camera. Hi, RW. Thanks for coming in. Please check out the shop. Go to the buy it now and shoot me an offer. Let's get it going. Let's get it rolling tonight, people. Well, I'm going to go grab a bottle of water while we wait. Well, what did I miss? Just had to give the bunny a little hey, grab a bottle of water. Let me go to the offers tab and the sold tab. Let me add some of these just in case. Create temporary. And we're going to say, hey, come over here. Don't jump on the table. Don't jump on the table, okay? I'm trying to add something. I got to add a category here. Whatnot, I think you need to figure out a way to be able to scroll without the wrong category being highlighted. That's become a huge problem for me lately. If I'm trying to scroll on the iPhone, all the other categories come up and I can't get them erased. And I'll put it in and give away. I may not do this tonight, but at least I'll have it ready just in case. We'll add the shipping profile. We will add that into the show. There we go. Hi, thanks for coming in. I just wanted to add some givvies just in case. But I don't think I'm going to run them tonight just because last night I was in givvy debt. So, but if I sell something good tonight, I can make up for that in, one item. Let me know what's on your mind and what you'd like to see. Excuse the kitty. She's very, very verbal. Yeah, she's a talker. Yeah. Hi, Island Ghost. Thanks for coming in. Please go to the shop, go to the buy it now. And I have best offer on like everything. If you see something here that's not listed or there's something you'd like that's not listed, just let me know. I am surrounded by jewelry and a few coins, but mostly jewelry. No, don't jump on the table, please. Please don't jump on the table. I might have to put you away. I don't want you to have to go on a timeout. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. People don't want to see that. Let's get off the table. Let's get off the table. Thank you. Oh, you're not off the table. No, we're not having an earthquake. We just have a kitty on the table. Okay, kitty, come on. You're going to have to leave. Come on. Let's go take a little nap. Go down. Or we're going to take a nap. You can go take a nap? Please. Yeah, people need to be able to see and not get seasick. I'll pick you up. You can sit in my lap. Yeah, you can sit in my lap. Hey, Kristen. Thanks for coming in. I have the most items I've ever had, even more than last night. And last night, the show completely failed. So I'm going to try this one more time. I'm practically giving it away with. Okay. I've got to go put a little kitty cat away. My crazy kitty. Thanks for still coming in, though. Hey, Silly Goose by Sarah. Thanks for joining. Well, we're just going to have to start running things, I guess. While the cat screams in the background, we'll just have to start running things. I'm not sure what to run. There's 74 choices here. Oh, I don't have a ring watch, but I have a ring bracelet. Yes, but no ring watches. That's a rare one. I don't see those very often. But I do have 3 boxes coming in Saturday from Oklahoma, so we will see. No problem. That's an interesting one. I don't see that very often. Ring watches, or I mean ring. Oh yeah, ring watches. I have a bracelet watch, but not a ring watch. At least not that I know of. That's a pretty unusual item, so I think if I had one in the inventory, I'd probably know that I had it. I'm going to go to the buy it now. Oh, thanks for the follow, Shop Slash. I'll follow you after the show. Ooh, here's a sterling piece that's really nice. Let me find that. If I have the right one, because there's 2 of them. I'm going to go to the sterling piece. Let's see. I have 2 that are almost exactly the same, so they're hard to tell apart. here we go. It's in a bag. I've already wrapped it because I didn't want anything to happen to it. Now, I wanted to keep it separate from the other one that looks exactly like it. Let me move this aside. Look at this. This is a huge chunk of silver. It's 20.977 grams, almost 21 grams. And I'm basically going to give it away. Let me just scroll. And I'm going to do a sale for this long. I may close it ahead of time. It just depends. Let's see what we got. There we go. And for those watching on YouTube, you need to scan that QR code and come over to the show, and then you'll be able to see the items and you'll be able to see the shop. And I'm running a flash. That's going to kill me. That's probably going to sell for less than, after the fees, it's going to sell for less than scrap. Because that is almost 21 grams. But we need to get something moving here. But after this flash is gone, it's gone. It's not. I'm not going to do it again if it doesn't work. Because this is being sold for less than the scrap value after the fees. I think we're just going to have to, maybe take a break until summer slowdown is over. And then, pretty soon people will be doing their fourth quarter listing. Mine will already be up, and I'll just have to refresh all my listings and hope for the best. Of course, I've also considered that I may lot it all up into one big pile. That's thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and just say, hey, for $1,000, you can take it all. Everything, even the designer pieces with the diamonds and the gold and the silver. Hi, Minnie. Thanks for coming. Please check out that flash. That's almost 21 grams of sterling silver. Yes. And after fees, I would actually do better to sell it as scrap. That is my mod, and she is checking in on my text. So I'm going to tell her that I'm live. I hope she sees that. "58 seconds left on the flash." Oh, the flash sale has 35 seconds left. Thanks for coming in, everybody. There's 29 seconds left on the flash sale, and the total silver value there is higher than what I will make after fees. So there is 18 seconds left on the flash on the 20.977 gram sterling silver Aries Ram cuff bracelet. Okay, we'll take that off the board. How you doing there, Kelly? Yeah, I didn't want to text you because I didn't know you were awake, and then I saw you answer my other text, so I was like, oh, she must be awake. Oh, you're having issues. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I had 3 raids last night on my show, and I was in giving debt by the end of the show. I didn't make a penny. In fact, I lost money. And I spoke for, I think, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Oh, have you called the doctor? Yeah, there was 3 raids. Yeah, please call your doctor, or if you have to go to the ER, please do so. I totally understand what you're going through, especially considering you just had some surgery. Yeah, please take care of yourself first. Yeah, I think we're experiencing summer slowdown here because I had a really good June across all apps, but especially this one. And then it just kind of like went the other way as soon as the calendars ticked over to July. So I may have to take a whatnot break for a while and just concentrate on my listings. At least I got a YouTube video out today. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope that they can see that. Oh, that's too high. I'm not a doctor, but that is too high. I feel like I've been to medical school after all that I've been through. Yeah, I'm drinking water right now too, feeling a little dehydrated. I guess this is what all those drugs, the drugs that I take to hydrate me. I'm going to run the splash sale one more time just to get something going here. I could actually make more on this in scrap than I would make from the splash sale. Um, Let me get the item one more time. I just put it away. Yeah, the water will keep you alive, but if you're in medical crisis, even though you do have the implant, please don't hesitate to go to the emergency room. Just insist because you care more about you, and I care more about you, and Katie cares more about you than the doctors care. I know that from experience. You're just a number to them. Yeah, I may just do a. I may put all this silver together that I got on that last 2 boxes, especially the one that was loaded with over $250 worth of silver, not including the jewelry value. And I may just do like a scrap sale. Oh, okay. God, that would drive me crazy, especially after having my chemo port. Yeah, it's there. It's in the shop. Is that what you're asking? Did I list it? No, I didn't. No, I haven't done any auctions. But I thought I would do a few flash sales here tonight if it helped. But there's just summer slowdown right now. And I don't have anybody that, even if I get a raid, by the time I put something into auction and list it and boom and hit the start, it'll just people will already be gone. They're just here for the raid giveies. I guess so. Hi, Rih. Yeah, pretty soon people will start listing their fourth quarter items because most people list those items by September. You okay, buddy? Are you okay, buddy? My bunny just kind of like rolled like a puppy. I wanted to make sure she was okay. The cat's in a timeout. She's been in timeout almost all day. I let her out and then she's a butthole again. She's just, sometimes she's too much like her namesake. She's purty, but she can be trouble. Hi, Tammy Matt. Thanks for coming in. Please check out my shop. Check out my buy it now. I just started a flash sale. I'll do it one more time. This will be the last one. This is on flash, this is 20.977 grams of 925 silver. It's a silver cuff bracelet with a Aries ram in the front. And it's extremely vintage. I actually have two of them. And it might actually be worth more to me in scrap value than to sell it here on a flash sale. But I just need to get something going here tonight. I had a lot of raids last night and I did a lot of raid giveies. And I was raid givey poor at the end of the show and didn't have any sales. So I that's why I'm willing to like put everything out on offer or do flash, just buy it now. Hi Crier, thanks for coming in. Please check out the catalog. If anybody's looking for silver or costume jewelry, vintage, contemporary, if you're looking for bulk lots, I have 3 bulk lots here tonight. If you're looking for individual pieces, I have that too. But it looks like I've been cross-posting the last few days, like a lot. And then over the last few days, everything just came to a halt. Oh, yeah, I did. And I did it very, very delicately. I just put some warm water and some Dawn dish soap on this, and it's not perfect, but I didn't want to rub it because, I don't want to damage it. So, yeah, I'm listing it as pre-owned. I think it was new, but now I'm going to say it's pre-owned because I had to clean it up. I just, want my money back at this point. I'm still kind of PO'd. Well, I'm very PO'd at the seller who was, his name was Jonathan and he was from Massachusetts and he just didn't seem to know his butthole from a hole in the ground. I'm sorry, Jonathan, but you can't sell like this on whatnot and, wait a week to send things and then put stickers on genuine leather products and damage them in the mail because, the glue melted in the heat. Like, just dumb. Somebody like that is not going to make it. And it's hard to make it on whatnot. I'm smart and I'm not making it on whatnot, but to be that freaking stupid is just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. Boy, I am getting the weirdos tonight on YouTube. I mean, and somebody the other night called somebody a name. And I don't know if they were saying it to me or they were saying it to somebody else because there was a big conversation going on between watchers on YouTube. Face that girl. Please check out my shop. Okay, Foster, you are going to be timed out, dude, as soon as I can get that to open. Goodbye, Foster. See ya. Yeah, I'm just having to kick people out all night long on YouTube chat. But it was getting wild, you know. There was somebody calling somebody a name that would be very derogatory to like anybody who was in the LGBTQ plus community, you know, and I'm an ally of that community. I'm not a member of the community, but I am an ally. And um, somebody called somebody a butch, and I was like, "Are they talking to me? You know, are they? You know, then they're gone. They're out of here. I mean, there's just no space for that here. Not on my whatnot, or not on my channel. It was on my YouTube channel, and I don't know if they were referring to me or they were because everybody was like, there was all these people that were chatting, and then somebody called somebody a name, and I was like, are they calling me a name? Like, like they can't even see my face, you know? You know, and I'm sorry, I've got, you know, post cancer hair, and uh I have not one female hormone in my body right now until December 1st, if I live that long. And of course, once that medicine is gone, you know, does my cancer come raging back in, you know, 24 hours? So you know, it's the risk I'm going to have to take per the doctor. But yeah, like there are things that are out of our control. But somebody was bullying somebody online, and I was just like, no, 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 not even on my lives. That's not acceptable. But you know, I'm not going to be here very long tonight because I'm still kind of just burned out from this from last night, and spent all the money in the raid givvies. And you know, I have more jewelry than I've ever had, and I have some of the nicest pieces that I've ever had. But whatnot seems to be a one, two, $3 gig. And I can't do that on, you know, like something like this that's worth $400. That's got pave diamonds in it and is a designer piece. No, we're not starting an auction at, you know, $3 with two people in the room. It's just, you know, I can just go sell it to a local jeweler and say, how much can you give me for this? Okay, I'll take it. I mean, seriously, I can just lot up all this silver and do an auction on another app and say, here's all the silver. It's not scrap, scrap, not scrap. Take it as is. And people will pay hundreds of dollars for it. They'll probably pay more than melt value. And I'm getting very suspicious of the gold bracelet, Kelly, because I would think that even though it passed all the tests, I'm very suspect because it's not stamped. Why would somebody make this beautiful 24 or not 24, 14 karat gold bracelet and they didn't place a mark in it? Now I can see on older pieces how the mark could fade, but it doesn't look old. It looks pretty contemporary. So I'm starting to lean towards that it may be plated. Yeah, it's definitely newer. Caitlin Rohr, please check out the shop. Please go to the buy it now. But yeah, Kelly, thanks for bringing up the wallet. Yeah, I was able to clean it off, and I'm not going to list it as new. I'm going to list it as pre-owned because I don't know where that guy got it from, but I think he said it was new. But you know, this is the guy that put the tape on it, so you know, I don't trust anything they say. And I know that on this app, there's a lot of things right now. There's a lot of issues with things not being enforced, especially some of the fraudsters and whatnot has a rule that you mail within 1 to 2, or you ship within 1 to 2 business days. And most of their big sellers are not following that. You know, my guy in Oklahoma, he gives me really good product. You know, I want it, I think the Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe it was the Monday before the 4th, and it just went out 8 days later. Like, come on. And he's got like hundreds of people on his show. But most of these big sellers, you know, they do the 1 day shipping like they're supposed to. But yeah, I'm getting suspect of it. So, I still haven't made it to the box yet. I need to make it to the box. I haven't been there in about 2 weeks. I hesitate to go there to see how many medical bills are sitting in that box. No, you have to check, and most people don't check. In fact, the guy that sold me this, I asked him that, and he was like, "Oh, but it's marked." Well, no, this isn't marked at all. This has a mark on it, but it's faded. And I tested it, and it passed. But I also tested the bail, which I think is marcasite, and I also tested the chain, and I also tested the clasp. So this has been tested backwards and forwards. So if somebody buys it, it's a genuine sterling silver chain and bail and pendant. Just because it's marked doesn't mean anything, especially when it comes to silver. About 50% of items that are marked silver are not silver. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I think it might be marcasite on this and on the bail. I'm not 100% sure. You think it is? Yeah, I'm not real familiar with marcasite, so I did a little research and I think it is, and he thought it was too. Yeah, but I would ask a jeweler because I'm not really a marcasite expert, but it's really gorgeous. And it needs to be like professionally cleaned, I think, but I'm not going to put any silver polish on this. I know that he put polish on the chain and I did a better job to make it even more sparkly, but I'm not going to put it on the pendant or the bail because I don't want to damage the mother of pearl. Oh, this? Well, it's there. This is just, and this didn't even come from the blue box. This just came from Whatnot. So I just need to get my money back on that and recover the money for the wallet that he obviously sent that he put the sticker on. But I think I can sell that used on another app easily. The new ones go for $30, and there's some guy that has a whole bunch of them, and he sold them all but three. He's got like 20 or 30 of them, and they're all just boom, boom, boom. They're just flying off the shelf. And this one's actually a little nicer because it actually has the Mag 44 on the actual buckles. Hi, Pink Poodle. Thanks for coming. And we're going to take down this flash sale because nobody was interested. So let me take that flash sale. I got to edit that listing and remove that so it can go back into the inventory. There we go. And I put that back. So the flash sale on that bracelet is gone. Now somebody's watching this, the 5 pounds, 5.3 pounds. I had a ton of inquiries in the middle of the night about that box, but no takers so far. Yeah, but I may be better off just to put all the silver into. Usually, I save the leftover silver, but I may just have to do every now and then. I'll do like a scrap silver auction if I get a lot of scrap from one box. Like I had a box from Michigan that came maybe like a year ago, and I just put it in a scrap auction. But it actually had like stones and gemstones and people. Oh my God, everybody was bidding. Hi, Misty939. Thanks for coming. I like your name. Please go to the shop, check out the buy it now, and send me an offer. Let's get some of this jewelry out of here. Where are you coming in from tonight, Misty? I'm in Los Angeles, California. Sunny, hot Southern California. Very, very hot here for this time of year. Oh, you're in. Oh, I thought she was saying that Tusca. I was like, oh, she's in Tuscaloosa too. Like, I just saw that pop up on my screen, and I was like, what? Fargo, North Dakota. Oh, wow. Somebody that was connected to my family actually went to college up there for a while on a scholarship from another country, and like, that's an incredible place. I've never been there, but except for the weather, that's a pretty cool city. but my beach body could not handle the cold there. I grew up around warm beaches most of my life, so I would freeze. But you can certainly get a good job there in a great house. Yeah, it is a good place to live. It's very top rated. They have good hospitals there too, I hear, good medical, which I would definitely need at my age. But I wouldn't be able to afford the heating bill. Yeah, I did a lot of research on that place when my friend's daughter's boyfriend was over there, and they had to go there for 2 years for him to get a master's, and he was sent on a scholarship. And I read about the tornado that wiped it out in the 50s, and I read about the Great Fire that happened in the 1800s that burned most of the town down. It was just fascinating history. I bet it's pretty clean too. Yeah, California's gotten really dirty. There's just so many homeless lying in the street and just drugs and needles and feces and urine, and it's like, I mean, it's not in my neighborhood, but it's not far. It's just like it's everywhere. It's turning into like downtown San Francisco. This whole state needs to be rehauled. Right now everybody's in hiding out here because of ICE. Yes, that sounds wonderful. It'd be neat to like have the holidays there where you'd have the fall and you'd have the winter, and we just don't get that here very much. In the fall here it's like blazing hot, and last holiday, December and January, everything just burned to the ground. Yes, this is the Swarovski. It's the touchstone crystal Swarovski necklace with the AB Aurora Borealis crystals. It's in perfect condition too. I love it. It just came from Blue Box number 18. And I was just like, "Oh wow!" Like I just won so much in the last few boxes where I've had good things. Winter and road construction seasons. Okay, yeah. I always say here we have summer and flu season. That's LA. Like I'm serious. People are. It's the middle of the winter and people are sick, or it's just hot for the rest of the year. But actually, 8 9 months out of the year, it's really not that bad here. It just we have it on the other end where you have it on the cold end, and we get it the hot and the fires and the winds and but yeah, I think that's everywhere now. I still have to wear my mask, being a cancer survivor, I still wear my mask. And there was a lot of people in the cardiology office this week that were wearing masks too. And, I hadn't seen that lately. It was like all the masks were disappearing, but people are starting to wear them again, which they should because you're protecting others. Seems like we would get along, Misty. There's a bunch of famous people here, and there's this older actress. I don't know how old you are, but Morgan Fairchild lives here, and she's always got her mask everywhere she goes, and she'll take it off for a photo, and then she'll actually show it like in the photo, like, oh, I just took off my mask to take this picture. But always wear your mask because her boyfriend died from COVID, and oh, she's wonderful. Um, she lives right down the street from me, and she's just such a sweetheart. I've met her many times over the last 20, 30 years, and she's such a sweetie. But her boyfriend died from COVID, and my mother had COVID too, right? Like about a week before she died. My only aunt that I ever had died from COVID. And I knew a famous person that I worked with. way back in the 90s, David Crosby of Crosby, Stills and Nash, and he died from COVID. So I didn't know Morgan's boyfriend that died from COVID, but obviously my mother, my aunt, my mother, it was a contributing factor. My aunt and David Crosby, like he survived his liver transplant and his drug addiction, but he was taken out in days from COVID. So, and it's, I guess the current version they say that's coming in is way more contagious. Oh yeah, and I was going through stage 3, grade 3 breast cancer when that happened. So I still had to I lost all my I had rides for chemo, but I lost all my rides by the time radiation came because nobody could go out. You know, everybody was in quarantine. That's why when I had my surgery, uh, I was in and out of that hospital within a couple of hours. Within a few hours, I came in Monday afternoon, and they had me kicked out by Tuesday morning, even though I was really, really sick. I mean, I was bad sick. I just had part of my body removed, and they were like, "You got to go. You got to go. Just go, 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 go." And then I had a relative that helped me for like a week, but she panicked and said, "Oh my God, the whole world's shutting down. I have to get home. And do you mind if I leave?" And I'm like, "No, I can drive with one hand." And they took my drains out early. They're just like, "Here, let's just take your drains out, and you're on your own now." And it was bad. I'd never be able to survive something like that again. Hi, Tanya Michelle. Please check out my shop. Go to my buy it now. I'll be off the air by 9:30, and all this will be cleaned up and gone. So, and then, hey, Tetta, I think I may take a whatnot break for a while. I did a show last night. I had 3 raids. I did 2 raid giveys, and at the end of the show, I was $1.46 in the hole. Like, no, thank you. And I had more items than I ever had. And tonight I even have a few more items. Hi, Salty Claps. Thanks for coming in. I like that, Salty Claps. Let's clap for Salty. Please go to the shop. Go to the buy it now. Send me an offer. This is going to be a short show. And hopefully, when the show is over, all the items will automatically transfer into the Whatnot Marketplace. Those that don't, I'll have to do them manually. It seems like the new ones that I add, they don't cross back and forth. Never had inventory issue or inventory listing problems until Whatnot started their marketplace. And then everything gets all confusing. And I don't want to have to individually reprice all of these items just for an auction where there's only 1 or 2 people. So I just, I put the minimum that I would take, and I put a little ability for offers, and then I just have to get it moving. I have a huge amount of inventory coming in, even some old electronics and 3 jewelry boxes that are coming from a Whatnot auction from Oklahoma. And I have to have all this cleared out, or I'm just going to lot it all up and I'm going to sell it in big boxes. Like I have this box down here. This is 5.3 pounds of Goodwill Blue Box. It's all good stuff. I've got a craft box. I've got an old earring box. And then I have the individual pieces. And I listed this jewelry box last night. And people all night long, and even in the middle of the night while I was sleeping, they were texting me on IM on Facebook, is that available? Is that available? And and I was telling everybody, contact me during daylight hours. Contact me in the daytime. People are only seems to be active at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And it's like, no, no, that's not going to work for me. Hi, Ben. Thanks for coming in. Please check out my shop. Yeah, I finally stopped responding. Well, I didn't get your text this morning. I don't fall asleep until the vampires fall asleep. So when people start texting me, I'm not going to see it until 2 or 3 in the afternoon because when I get up, I've got other things to do. And unfortunately, I did miss a call. I did miss a call from somebody really famous. and I missed it. And it was just like, oh my God. And now that person, it was either him or his wife calling from their landline. I'm sure of it. Because I don't think the staff, and I don't think he has a staff, but if he did, they would use their cell phone. But there's no cell reception out in Malibu. A lot of the places, there's just no reception. So that guy, his summer tour starts again tomorrow on the East Coast. So he's had to have flown out by now. Um, so he must have been home, and it was either him or his wife. And like I called back once. I'm not going to be a nuisance again and say, hey, somebody called me from this number, when they probably just went down the list and called, the next PI. Who knows? Plus, I'm semi-retired. Well, I'm mostly retired anyhow. I can't take any big jobs anyway, or it would affect my Social Security. So, maybe it worked out for the best. But it sure is nice to know, like, I can take that one to the grave. Like, wow, like so and so was calling me. I mean, I worked with celebrities my whole career, but I usually don't get starstruck. But I was just watching him the other night on YouTube and going, my God, that guy is like so old now. He's still touring, and then like a day or two later, my phone was ringing from his house. And I was like, that's so weird. I was just thinking about him, and but now I have a feeling that I'm never going to hear back. I'll never know. So just wanted to let you know that to my mod, that I can't tell you who it is in case something comes in on it, but um, what could have been, you know. And this was somebody that my sister and I, for years, we were just crushing on him so bad. Now he's been married for like 40 years, so it's not a big deal. But like, in his wife has been long suffering, being married to a rock star. Denise, thanks for coming in. Is it Dennis or Denise? Are you Denise a female or Dennis a male? Hello to you back. Female, okay. Please check out that shop. Let me know if you're looking for bulk jewelry or you're looking for individual items. Hi, Star City. Thanks for coming in. Wow, 5 people. Oh, of course, 2 of them are me and my mod. So, wow, we've got a whole 3 other people in here. Now it's time to go to the shop. Go to the shop. Let me know what you're interested in. I've got bulk jewelry. I buy whatnot. I buy estate sales. I buy Blue Box. I buy shopgoodwill.com. And I'll take out most of the silver and gold, although the last 2 boxes I've had so much silver that I've actually listed a lot of it, especially since there was a designer piece with diamonds, which is super rare. Super rare. Coin brooches. Oh, I don't have any coin brooches right now. I'm sorry. I've got a lot of coins and I've got brooches, but I don't have coin brooches. I'm sorry. But that's something that may come in later and I'll list it for you. Always check my marketplace, even when I'm not on the air. Oh, I have more of those. I have a lot of half dollars. I have some that are mystery ones I have 3 treasury envelopes, and each treasury envelope has 2 of those, but I don't know what years because it's supposed to be a surprise. I won them on a whatnot auction. So I think I have one more left that's a bicentennial, and then I have 3 of the treasury envelopes left that just have random years in them, where there's 2 each. So 3 envelopes for a total of 6, and then there's I think there's one more bicentennial in there. And darn if I know where it is. It's probably in the big bag, because look at the big bag. This is most of the inventory in that bag, but then most of the silver is in this bag. Then the designer piece and the possible gold is over here. Necklaces here. I think there's a replica Betsy Johnson there, but I'm not going to sell it as Betsy because there's no tag. I've got the 5.3 pounds. That's all wearable stuff. That's on the floor. Over here, look at all these boxes. Like, all of this has got to go out. This is taking over my house. I got to get rid of it. Send me an offer. Tell me what you're interested in. I'm just going to start selling all of this in bulk. If somebody wanted to come in like another seller and they said, hey, we just want to buy everything you have, then I would work out a deal for that, and you could have everything I have. It would probably take several boxes to get it to you. But oh, okay. What were you selling? Was it jewelry? And I don't have a house. I have a small apartment that's in a big city. Now I've got mansions nearby, like Melissa McCarthy's mansion is right behind my property. The Gary Marshall estate is right behind my property. But I'm in a little teeny tiny place that with rent control has allowed me to be here. But pretty soon I'm not going to be able to afford this anymore. And I have no idea where I'm going after that because I don't think anybody's going to take me on a, Social Security disability income. So that's going to be a problem. If I didn't have my pets, then I would just go out and, like buy a bigger car and just sleep in the car. But I can't do that with a rabbit and a cat and with the current state of my health. Oh, wow. Comics, cards, games, collectibles, t shirts, anything else. Oh, wow. That would have been a fun business. Hi, Lanative. Please check out the shop. I'll be on for less than 10 minutes and then we're going to call it a night. I did a 2 hour and 20-minute show yesterday and I was minus at the end of the show. So I thought I'd go on for an hour tonight and try to make up for it. And I think I've already been on an hour and I've not gotten anywhere. So we may just have to shut down Whatnot for a while. I'll just leave everything in the marketplace here. So people still want to check out my inventory, they can. But yeah, I got baseball to watch and I got things to cross post. I don't have one of those cross posting apps, so it takes a lot of my time to cross post from the Bay to Macquarie to Posh to Facebook Marketplace to Whatnot Marketplace to Whatnot. So it depends on which one you get and what features you buy. I would only do List Perfectly, and that's expensive. It wasn't fun because you had a full time job, 2.5 hours on the road, and then had to do that for 7 more hours every night plus the entire weekend. Oh, geez, that sucks. Was that the one you did with Katie's dad? That would seem like a nightmare. You have to, if you have a business, you can't have a full time job. That is your full time job. It's 24 hours a day. I know because I had a very successful PI business and you start with nothing and you use your own money to fund it but it's 7 days a week and you don't take a vacation for your like forever. Like you just work. Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Oh wow. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a full time job. That's especially if you have them stretched across 3 states. Because if you're not running that business and somebody else is running it for you, they're going to run it into the ground. That's why I trained in my field. I trained in my field for 8 years before I got my PI license. And then after I got my license, I still worked another 3 years because I was working for some of the biggest celebrities in the world through another company that had a PPO. And I just had a PI. I didn't have a PPO. I just was guard, RPS, and PI. And I was like, you know what? I would never get these accounts on my own. You know, I'm not going to have, the Spielberg account on my own. Although I did do stuff for DreamWorks with my own account, but like, no, I'm not going to have like, Ron Howard and Steven Spielberg and George Lucas and Tom Cruise. Like, I got to stick with that. And I was on too many TV shows. I had too many shows going. Oh my God, I had so many shows and movie gigs. And like, I just had to get all of that done and then say, okay, then my health slowed me down. And I'm like, well, if I survive again, I will go out in my own business and I will build from nothing. And I started with a check that was 140 bucks and I built my empire. And it worked great for years until I got hit with stage 3 breast cancer. So, oh, hey, Sherry, thanks for coming back. PPO is private patrol operator, but you can still do that type of work under somebody else's license. Oh, and now the the Facebook Marketplace is blowing up, going. Oh wow! And I'm only going to be on for another 5 minutes because my blood pressure pill alarm is going to go off at 9:30. I'm going to go answer this person on Marketplace and tell her that yes, it's for everything, but I'm not going to be seeing her tonight. My phone or my iPad is just, it needs to be replaced so bad. And I haven't even checked the poll. Did anybody answer my poll tonight? Oh, yeah, 3 people. Thank you for whoever answered the poll. Oh, the purple flower pen. Yes. Sorry, I was answering a message on the Facebook Marketplace. Everybody wants that 5 pound jewelry box. It's like, just, those people need to message me during the daytime. Let me find it. I have it. I probably set it aside so it wouldn't break. So hold on. See, this is what happens when you have 74 pieces to sell. Yeah, here we go. Sorry about that. Thank you for waiting. I hope you're still there, Misty. There we go. I had it set aside up on a shelf so nobody could get to it. So I hope that answered your question, Kelly, for PPO, Private Patrol Operator. So I did a lot of PPO work throughout my career. In fact, my first PI gig ever was connected to a PPO. And it was in Beverly Hills. And then right after I did that, the movie Beverly Hills Cop came out. I believe it was right after. I'd have to look at that. I have to look that up to see when that came out because I remember like, oh my God, like when I saw that movie and I was like, I totally get this. This detective came out from Detroit. Oh, thank you for your payment, Misty. Appreciate you. Well, now I sold something. I might have to stay on the air. I might just have to, have my mod run the chat while I go get my blood pressure meds. Thank you, Misty. I will set that aside for you. You're welcome. So this is going all the way to Fargo, North Dakota. 1984, that's what I thought, because I started February 24th, 1984, and my first gig was in Beverly Hills. And I actually had some interactions that evening with the Beverly Hills Police Department. And they thought I was there on burglary suppression. And so they would drive by every now and then and check me out. But that's not why I was really there. And it was for a very, very well-known celebrity family, and a huge movie star, who shall be nameless, paid for the job. And 9 years later, him and I worked a pilot and worked a TV show together. And I never said to him, like, Mr. So and so, my career started because of your gig. And thank you so much, Mr. So and so. And he was actually not well at the time. There was a lot of people I was working with at the time that were going downhill, including myself. We all had health issues. Richard on Empty Nest was dying from cancer and had announced it. Dudley Moore on a show, he had a brain situation, as did Estelle Getty. Park overall, she had an infected leg from her broken leg that happened in season 2, and it was season 7. They thought she had the flu, but she needed her rod removed or something. It was really bad. Uh, Estelle was walking with a cane. You know, oh my God. They even had a replacement dog. I don't know if you remember Empty Nest. They had a replacement dog for Dreyfus because Dreyfus was getting old, and it was actually his son because his real name was Bear and his son's name was Bart. And they actually put the two of them together in an episode. Just the trainer was testing them out together. And it was so great. Like I got to know the Empty Nest dog, and I knew the Married with Children dog. It was so fun. And that was filmed on the same stage that the Luke and Laura General Hospital days. They had moved from ABC over to Sunset Gower to the same stage. And that was the same stage where I got hit in the head with a stage door and was on the ground, almost unconscious. And they had to call the nurse that night that was over on our other show that was filming the same night. We down from Blossom and saw me all laid out behind the old General Hospital stage, and she was like, "Oh my God, it's you! Oh my God!" But I could write a book. Hey, Allie, thanks for coming in. I was thinking about you earlier. Hey, Kelly, can you just put a message in the chat that I will be right back? I have to go take my night dose of my blood pressure medication. So, um, everybody, please check out the shop. Please check out the Buy It Now. Feel free to send me an offer, but I have to go take my night blood pressure med and heart pill. So I will be right back. There you go. Okay, I'm back. I am so sorry. I apologize. Hi, Jewelry Finds. The cat, she's taking a nap in there. Like, okay, I'm chill now, and she's hugging my cane. Yes, I'm that old that I actually have a cane now that I use part time. Let me see if I have any. Oh, that was a nice purchase from Misty. There's no offers in the offer tab. Please, somebody send an offer. Okay, go take your meds, Kelly. I'm covering the show. And you don't have to stick around, Kelly. Now I've got this big bag of jewelry dumped out all over my sofa because I couldn't find the the brooch. I'm like, oh my God, where's the purple brooch? Hi, Jill Bro. Please go to the shop. Go to the Buy It Now. She got this show rolling tonight. Thank you, Misty, if you're still here. I appreciate you so much. I'll make sure to add a little goodie in your box. A goodie or two on top of what you bought. And I do 1-day shipping, so it should all go out tomorrow. Thank you so much, Misty. I'll get it out in the morning. We have afternoon mail pickup, but I'll have it out. I'll have it ready to go for the mailman and make sure that he scans it. Oh yeah, it is late there. Well, have a good night. And please come back to see me again. I always have new inventory coming in. It's always, changing, and the rest of the inventory will be over in the marketplace. So if I'm not on the air, you can see it in the marketplace. And who said they were on a phone call? Oh, Alley Cats. Are you back, Alley Cats? Let me go over to. Wow, I've got inventory everywhere now. I just did a big dump on my sofa to find a brooch that wasn't in that bag. Luckily, I had it on top of my glass shelf. Maybe somebody could give us a raid now. Bring some people in here. I'm going to start putting this jewelry up because I had planned to go until 9:30. So let me get my bags back together. Got my coins. I still got my Japanese Akoya pearls for anybody that's interested. And my penny rolls, my coins. I got some new old stock knives. I got some labels. They're like thank you labels. If you sell on Whatnot or any app, you can buy some shipping thank you labels. And I still have one more of those bicentennial coins. And then I've got several treasury envelopes that have two of those half coins or half dollar pieces each. And they just don't tell you what's in there until you open them, so I never open them. So it'll be a surprise whoever buys those. I figure I have enough 50-cent coin pieces. I don't need any more. I just won those through auctions at random, so I just stuck them in the envelope in the originals. Wow. Can you hear all the jewelry going clank, clank, clank? There's even a couple of nutcrackers in here. Yeah, anybody need a nutcracker? I think they're like $2 or $3 in the shop. And I got all my silver still in the big silver bag. In fact, speaking of that, I need to put that. This is that designer piece. They go for like $400 or $500, and it's got diamonds in it. I got to put that away because I don't want little ones getting into that. And for anybody that's been following the wallet saga that I got from Whatnot, it's been taken care of now, so it is for sale. So if anybody needs like a men's wallet, like a motorcycle type wallet with a chain, any biker dudes out there? What was the question? Oh my God, yes. To what? I was putting things away. I didn't see. I must have missed a message. Oh, the noise from putting the jewelry away. Okay. Is that what you were hearing? The clanks? That's the jewelry clanking. You know, all those silver pieces have a ton of watchers, and I sold the minimalist silver cuff bracelet like right away. But I still have the copper. I still have the two that have the Aries ram, and those are worth more melt value than I was doing on my flash sale. So you know what? Maybe it's good somebody didn't buy it on flash. I'm Merit 444. So now I'm just going to put it all back together. Like I'm going to move that wallet so nobody gets to that because somebody might want to lick it. So that's got to go way up high. Yeah, I did put my givvies in there just in case. Well, I guess I better close this I am since I'm live on Whatnot and on YouTube, and I'm not even monitoring the YouTube. Okay, now we have another knucklehead that's in the. This is really bad tonight. That's in the YouTube multicast. And you are just effing gone. You are gone. Man, you are just out of here. Goodbye. Hi, Scarce. Oh my God, I'm just spending all my time like kicking people out. Not on the Whatnot end, but on the YouTube end. My God. I don't know how long that was up there. Yeah, we'll have to privatize the replay on this one. Oh, stuff that had to do with diapers. That's all you need to know. That was bad. And it's just gotten really bad here tonight. Words that I can't even say on here. So anyway, go to the shop, go to the buy it now. I was going to go off at 9:30. So I did go take my blood pressure pill and my heart pill and my all my other pill, including my cancer drug, and that one kicks my ass, and I will have to like lay down and take a temporary, snooze after that. Now, hopefully in December, if I live that long, I'll be off that drug forever until it kills me. Hi, Tammy. I'm hopefully not serious on that one. Hi, Janie Marie. Please go to the shop. Please check out the buy it now. Let me know if you're interested in bulk jewelry, single jewelry, brooches, necklaces, bracelets, Swarovski crystal, mother of pearl, designer, non-designer, coins, whatnot. Just go check out the shop and send me an offer. I'd love to see that come across the screen. You have an offer. I've seen one sale come across the screen tonight. Only one. And usually if somebody's asking me a question and I'm over on the shop or I'm over on the whatnot or the YouTube and I don't see it come across and I'm like, oh, I missed it. So if I miss an offer, please let me know. We will get Misty's stuff packed up tonight. And she's getting a little extra in there because she's a first time buyer. Now, if you guys are jewelry sellers and you just want to buy the whole kit and caboodle, let me know. As Terry Garr would say, the whole enchilada. Hi, Queen's Boutique. Please check out the Buy It Now. We're going a little overtime on the show. I'm starting to clean up here, put things away. It's pretty late for you, Kelly. Are you still here? It's 2 hours ahead there. Oh, wow. You need to get some rest. I hope your foot is healing. You're dedicated. Thank you. No, you've been a tremendous help to me. I really should have put you over on the YouTube side tonight so you could just kick all these people out. Oh gosh. I'm trying to pronounce your name without saying something obscene. Tidafar. Hi, Sean. Tidafar. Thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, please check out the shop. Go to the Buy It Now and shoot me an offer. I've got 74 items, mostly jewelry. Well, now there's 73. Somebody bought an item. Hello, Sean. Where are you checking in from tonight? I'm out on the West Coast in LA. Oh, cool. Well, your stuff will come fast if you buy something. Kerr County, Texas. Is that anywhere near the flood zone? Oh, that's awful. Yeah, that just would never happen in Southern California. I mean, apparently it happened once, like in the 30s, and that's how they built the river system here, which is not really a river, it's just a series of concrete ditches. You probably saw it in like Terminator 2, or if you're old enough to remember Grease, you would have seen it. That whole system was built because of the Great Flood that came through, and I think it was 1938, long before I was born. I was even before my parents were born. And it just wiped everybody out, especially in the valley. Repo Man. Oh, it's in Repo Man, the LA River. Is that what you were saying? It's in a lot of movies. Oh, I haven't seen Repo Man. Hi, Dean Marie. Please check out the shop. Go to the Buy It Now. Let me know if you're interested in jewelry, coins, if you need a bulk lot. I have this new 5.3 pound lot that's down here. It's all wearable. It's all Goodwill blue box. Oh, with Emilio Estevez? Is he in that? Absolutely. Okay. Oh, I like him, so I will have to see that. That seems like that was an old movie, but I haven't seen them all because I've just been too busy working for the last 40 years. Oh, and Harry Dean Stanton. Oh, I know who he is. There's a couple of old movies that I need to see that I've never seen, and I know, like, I've worked with or know, like, there's a lot of connections to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Like, I've never seen that. I need to see that. Love you some Harry Dean Stanton. Is he still alive? Will everybody be looking at the shop here? Oh, he's not. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm usually pretty up on that, considering what I do for a living, but I hadn't heard about that. Oh, and Kelly, I sent you a link to a YouTube video tonight. I'm not going to go, I'm not going to go into it here on whatnot, but uh, it's only a 7-minute video and it's pretty interesting. At least it's interesting to me because as a detective, I've done so many like death investigations in my career. And this lady, she died from her cruise, but I'll just have you see the video, but they don't really know yet, like how or why. So it's I hope they do a follow up where the medical examiner's office explains like what actually happened to that woman. It's a pretty interesting story. I guess it was a really big story up in Alaska. Longer than I had planned. I think I went on at 8 something my time, and I was only going to be on for an hour, and I surpassed that because right at the cutoff point, I made a sale. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, Allie, if you want to buy all of this, you can have it all for $1,000, even the diamonds and the silver and everything. You can have it all. Okay, thank you for following me. I'll follow you too if I'm not already watching you. Hi, Pet Mimi. Thanks for coming in. Check out the shop. I will. I'm sorry. There's so much going on between the doctors and the appointments and still keeping the business open and missing rock star phone calls. And it's been one hell of a week. I'm just trying to get through it. And it's baseball season for me. So, yeah, Allie, she has some good stuff. She has some good, like, is it storage units? Is that what you have? Or is it garage sale? Or is it storage unit, storage lockers, storage sheds? What is it? If you're still here, Allie. Hi, Sandra. Okay. Have a good night, Kelly. Thanks for coming in. I always appreciate your help. Let me see if I have any offers over here. There's a sold. We'll get that packed up tonight. In fact, while you guys are looking at the catalog or looking at the shop, I'm going to get Misty's package almost ready. I can't put the label on it till the end of the show, obviously, but at least I can get some stuff prepackaged. Makes it a lot easier for me when I start kind of pre-packing some of this during the end of the show. Then all I have to do is like print the labels and seal it up. Of course, if somebody wants to buy more, then that changes everything. But a lot of people have already come and gone. Yeah, if you hear me going through boxes, that's just me packing. Let me go get some bubble wrap. I see somebody still in here watching the show. I'm just doing some pre-packing since we're getting everything cleaned up. This will make it really easy for me at the end of the show just to already have this order in a box. I'll put her extra little goodies that I promised her in there, especially you new buyers. You'll get some free stuff that'll come with your jewelry. Just a little extra to show how much I appreciate you. Hey, Cheryl K. Thanks for coming in. I've seen you before. Thank you so much for coming back. Please check out the shop. Oh, I think you've already left. Oh, well. Are you still here, Cheryl K? Hey, Twinkle Box. Just doing some pre-packing, and I'm literally packing up the items right now. The ones that are going out, which we have only one sale. But it's better than last night. Last night there was nothing. I think the summer slowdown is starting to affect us. Does anybody know if Alley Cats, did she go on the air? Hey, kitty, don't eat that, okay? Well, I had to time out 3 people tonight over on Whatnot. Or, I mean, excuse me, on YouTube. I'm sorry. Yeah, we don't want to eat bubble wrap, okay? Yeah, this is for a package. We're just waiting to hit the label at the end of the show. Okay? You be a good girl. Oh, I see somebody's watching my YouTube video. Yeah, if anybody here is interested in that case in Alaska where that missing cruise ship passenger was found passed away, please go to my YouTube channel at April Davis PI. I have the latest on that. Yeah, I do a little bit of everything in my semi-retirement here. Keeps me busy during my disability, so. And my Whatnot has taken over so much that I haven't had a chance to do what I really love, my passion, and that is making my videos. Yeah, I'm going to look over on my iPad to see I saw Allie check in, and then she said she had a phone call and that she was going to go on the air. But I don't see her on here so far. I haven't had any notices that she went on the air. She's got some good storage stuff. Let's see. Oh, she was going on at 9:55 my time. I can't believe nobody wants sterling silver or crystal. Swarovski crystal, bundles of jewelry. This is going to have to, sadly, this is going to have to go on some of these other apps because I got to get this stuff moving. If the whatnot crowd is just not into it this week, I got to get it moving some other way. Well, it looks like enough is enough. I've been on here like an hour and a half, and let me just check my offer tab one more time. What are you doing, kitty? What are you doing? Oh my god, you crazy cat. Waiting for Alley Cats to go on, then we can go give her a raid, but I don't think she came on the air yet. Hi, Two Hearts. How are you? Just getting ready to wrap it up here, but please go see my shop. Go to my Buy It Now and shoot me an offer. I've got bulk jewelry. I've got individual pieces. I've got a little bit of everything. 73 items left. I got to get it done. I got to get it out of here before Saturday, before the new stuff comes in. And I got to do my shipping before I go to bed, so. Yeah, we got to start packing her up. You hear the clank of the jewelry? Yep. And that Monet. I've got 3 Monets and they didn't sell yet. That's crazy. I guess I gotta look that new Trifari that came in too. Gonna start putting this stuff away. Put that away in the silver bag. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie D. Thanks for coming in. Just getting ready to wrap up here. So please check out the Buy It Now. We're starting to put the merchandise away. Take that Trifari out of here. And get the silver wrapped up because I don't want little ones to get into it while I'm sleeping. Yeah, my kitty, she's crazy today. And we will take the cross. Oh, I forgot to tell my mod that I found out what this is. This is mother of pearl, painted mother of pearl. Get down, down. Go up to my glass. Over, over here. Over here. Well, wait to see if. Come here. Come over here. Let's get the kitty toy. Get it. Woo! Wait to see if Alley Cats is going to come on the air and I'll raid her, but I don't think she's coming back. She was supposed to go on the air 10 minutes ago. So I may not be able to raid anybody. At least nobody I know. There's the Swarovski crystal. Oh, okay. Now the show is frozen. Yep, the show has froze. And well, I'm sorry, folks, but the show just froze. Yep, we have gone down, everybody. I think we have a whatnot glitch. The show is frozen on my end. Frozen on my end. So I guess we are ending the show.